I don't know how this one slipped my feed, but thank you all who asked for it for asking. I'm super excited to hear Adam and Matt on the same track. And it's going to be interesting because usually bands that have two lead vocalists, the vocalists sound a lot different from each other. Like male and female, screamer, singer, whatever. And there's a little bit of that kind of stuff going on with Matt and Adam, but they're very similar, I feel like, sometimes in their tonalities. So this will be really fun to see how they utilize that to their advantage. Wait a minute. Okay. Just so I'm on the same page. You know what, though? It's part of what I've loved about New Linkin Park. It's part of what I've really appreciated about the new Breaking Benjamin. They're already reminding me of why I love them by tugging on the nostalgia strings. Whatever say, mate. Scream singing right off the bat. We'll come back to that in a second. There's definitely some screaming back there, but there's also some whispering going on, and there was some whispering going on underneath and around the scream singing at the beginning. Welcome to the end, just take a number. Just get used to the influence you're under. So they both have really pingy voices. Welcome to the end, just take a number, not number. They have a really good way of throwing their voice, even when, both of them, when they are lower in their register. There's nothing aggressive about what he's doing in this case, Adam. And then listen to when Matt picks up. They're tone matching. I don't think they're trying to necessarily, although they are assuming the same character and general vocal posture with their voices. Just get used to the influence you're under. He's got a little bit more rasp, influence you're under. But you still hear that throwing it right to the front of their mouth, getting their face out of the way. You can even see it, even though he's not actually singing in this video. You can see he's exposing his teeth. Great character matching here. It's the same old story of wanting it all, but it's never enough. The more you know nothing. Woo-hoo! That was a cool escalation there. Wanting it all, but it's never enough. Enough. That bellish ring. There's also, it sounds like a little bit of a doubling or chorus effect on Adam's voice. Oh, and by the way, Howard Benson produced these vocals, who's just a genius with vocal production. So it's going to be fun to hear what he does. I mean, already there's some really cool things going on. Wanting it all, but it's never enough. The more you know nothing. Notice Matt doesn't go all the way up to the pitch. Nothing! He lets it fall apart into this like heinous sounding pitch scream still. But listen to that escalation again. The more you know nothing. The more you know nothing. You kind of want to hear that, but that's not really what's going on. It's more, the more you know nothing. There's this sort of indiscriminate pitch, but your ear wants to hear that nothing anyway. But the way he's breaking it up, he's using the same technique there that he used at the beginning, just not forcing the pitch all the way up there. If you'd like help learning to freely play with and experiment with your own voice, but you'd like a good starting point that's going to set you up for success, click the link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free voice course. I'll help you discover things about your voice you never knew were there. You know nothing. We walk like dead people who haven't died yet. We ride like passengers without a point. We be losing our minds, but we all try to hide it. It's hard to I really like the way he steps his voice. Notice on Hide It, listen. There's always been this nuanced precision to Adam's voice that makes you really like dial in on the melody. He's a melodist for sure.
Keep fighting when you're barely surviving.
Whispers on the Mayday again with the delay. It's timed to what Adam was doing. That was cool.
Surviving. Just lay the line for your rights and your
privilege. Now notice he's got a little bit more of that vomitous sort of thing where he'll start a word or a phrase a little bit more back and bring it forward. I'm really exaggerating it, but Gerard Way does this a ton. Freddie Mercury did this a ton. It's a fun way to sing, and it's a great character complementing what Adam does so well.
Just lay the line for your rights and your privilege.
It's not just a diction thing, it's a vocal placement thing.
And follow the leader right off the cliff's edge.
Ooh, that little vocoder thing going on with the... Oh, that was like a throat singing sort of thing, but it's totally like synthesized.
Cliff's edge.
Below. That's another characteristic of Adam's voice that I've always loved. He tends to take you on journeys with words. Below. I. He separates his diphthongs quite a bit.
Buried under broken bones. The more you know nothing. We walk like dead people who haven't died yet. We ride like passengers
Okay, now Matt's take on the chorus.
without a pilot. We be losing our minds while we all try to hide it. It's hard to keep fighting when
Fight, and both of them did that on that. That's great. Consistency.
you're barely surviving.
Here, how those delay ping pongs are a lot more distorted. Vocal production. What's coming?
Cool down, we'll be okay. Just some turbulence. We're on our way. We're going down.
Okay, now this is really cool from a melody perspective, obviously a heaviness perspective, but listen to what's happening layering wise. We've got the whispers coming back, we've got some screams in the background, I think, and then we've got the melody. Those three qualities in probably doubled a couple times.
Calm down, we'll be okay. Just some turbulence. We're on our way. We're going down, but not today. We'll never say Mayday. We won't.
Oh, okay. So,
Just some turbulence. We're on our way. We're going down.
okay, so we've got going down. That's like a compressed whisper. It's not an air dump sort of going down. And then we've got the melody in there.
We're on our way. We're going down.
Going down, which is a little bit distorted, a little bit gritty, but then we've got layered in there this like abandoned sing scream thing happening that we've heard peppered throughout so far. And I'll go back to the beginning one and break that down in a minute. But here's what I'm hearing as far as the layers. Going down. Going down. And then he's sing screaming that same melody. Going down. Right? You still hear the pitch under it. And he's a little brighter than that. He did a better job of getting his face out of the way. But that's what I'm hearing. And I think that helps the cohesion of it. You almost hear it as one voice, even though it's layered.
We'll never say Mayday. We walk like dead people who haven't
while we're at the screaming stuff, let's go back to the beginning and break down those layers. So he's pretty clean up there, actually. Now that I'm listening to some of the other stuff, we'll never say Mayday. We'll never say Mayday. But then there is a more aggressive layer in there as well. Let me see if I can dial it in at that pitch. We'll never say. Well, find the vocal break. We'll never say. There. You heard me find the pitch, then break down a little bit to it, and then once I found my voice breaking, I leaned into it and then thought back up to the pitch. That's going to take some practice to get the phrasing, but that's the quality of the scream I hear him doing in the midst of a cleaner layer and the whisper layer.
Walk like dead people who haven't died yet. We ride like passengers without a point. We be losing our minds, but we all try to hide it.
So you know that, like, when Adam's taking lead, that Matt's back there doing some of the vocal production layers that we hear. The blend is just awesome. I mean, it's everything I expected it to be, and it sounds wonderful.
It's hard to keep fighting when you're barely surviving. Dead people who haven't died yet. We ride like passengers without a pilot. We've been losing our minds, but we all try to.
I love how they half-timed the beat when Matt switched to leads. That was so cool.
Hide it. It's hard to keep fighting when you're barely surviving.
That's a cool ad-lib. Such a bellish tone to his voice. Great song, great production, great vocals. They're back in double form. So cool. This is exciting. I can't wait for more. And again, if you'd like help honing the tools necessary to experiment freely with your voice and find out what it can really do, click the link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free course. I'll help you pull things out of your voice you never knew were there.